Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. A few things going on. This big blob in the Caribbean. We are going to track that. The chance of more flooding. A big front rolling through the U.S. That's really going to change the pattern. And that possibility of some tropical development near parts of Central America once we work our way into early next week as we work our way into December. Let me zoom down, and this catching your eye, catching my eye too. You see these brighter colors here. That's telling me there's a lot of tropical rain in that blob. Now, it's a big area of rain. It is not organized in the sense that this right here is not going to become a tropical storm, but really heavy tropical rain with it. And a lot of this just kind of drifting and kind of pulling up to the north. Parts of Jamaica, we're going to see some rain. Parts of Haiti, we're going to see some rain. Even the Dominican Republic, still stretching back toward parts of eastern Cuba and the southern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, with some of those scattered areas of rain. Watching that in Colombia, but definitely a large blob of rain. We're going to see a really active pattern that will continue. Let me zoom down a little bit. Heaviest rain, here's Jamaica. So here we are, Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba right here. Heaviest weather just to the south, but you see some of that moisture breaking free. So that rain, again, picking up southern sections of Haiti, and then watching eastern areas of Jamaica. As we go throughout the day, we'll see that higher chance of rain, some of this spilling over as well into the Dominican Republic. Now, down the road, as we've been talking about, we're going to see a lot of rain building again near Nicaragua over toward the Corn Islands, Providencia, you get over toward San Andres and Honduras. There's going to be a lot of rain building by the weekend and next week. Now, none of the models, the American model is not showing this becoming a tropical storm anymore at this point. European, Canadian, Icon, German models, none of them are showing this becoming a tropical storm. Is there a chance it becomes a tropical storm? Yes, but as I've been saying over the last, I think, 5 to 6 videos, it is possible, but it is not likely. But you can see here, this is kind of the behind the scenes of the European model, and it is showing the brighter colors near Costa Rica over toward Nicaragua, saying, hey, this area has about a 20, maybe 30, 40% chance of some development. And so that's kind of where that stands. Not a super high chance. And that chance of it developing into Tropical Storm Tony has actually gone down from yesterday. But here's why I'm watching this carefully. Because the water temperatures are still really warm. I'll show you the comparison. I'll get into another map in just a second. Let me just show you one thing at a time, Brian. Let me just show you the water temperatures first. Across the Caribbean, 29, 30 degrees Celsius. Roughly about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's warm enough for a tropical system to develop. But above our heads, the air is kind of hostile. A lot of strong winds, wind shear above our heads, which is a good thing. So water temperature is conducive for development. The atmosphere above our heads is not, and we like that. So again, only marginal for some development. Yeah, possible, but not likely. Now here's the map I wanted to show you. You see this kind of yellow, orange, and red shading in here, even parts of much of the Gulf of Mexico, but back through the Caribbean. These are the water temperatures versus average. Point being, water temperatures are running above average. Yeah, it's the end of hurricane season, but the water temperatures are a little bit more like we'd have in late October, and that's why I am watching this area carefully to see if anything does spin up. But as of now, the biggest concern is tracking those areas of rain, and then I'll monitor to see if this does become Tony. Tony is the next name on the list, but it is not likely. Valerie William, what a high impact season, unfortunately, and this all really began, of course, there was Alberto, but Beryl, just such a devastating hurricane for parts of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines over toward Grenada. It all started very early in the season. Most of the names this season hit land. Sometimes you get a lot of named storms, but they stay out to sea. Not the case this hurricane season. Now, let's go short term, then long term, right? Here's the American model, and almost all the models in agreement with this now. Look at that rain. Costa Rica, Panama, still dealing with some of the flooding. Have been watching us swinging back toward parts of Jamaica, Haiti, eastern Cuba, right in here. But other areas I'm watching too. Trinidad, as I've been mentioning, some spots were dry. Others, we're going to see some flooding anywhere from Trinidad and Tobago up through Dominica. Some pockets of rain watching over toward Barbados. St. Lucia, scattered areas of rain. We'll cover that in a moment with the rain totals and the 3-day forecast. But the Eastern Caribbean, we're going to be active along with the rest of the Caribbean. Once again, this is by tomorrow. There's that surge of moisture starting to work in again near Haiti and Jamaica. But here are some of the extra areas of rain, pockets of rain. So some of our islands get some rain and that chance of flooding, while others, not a whole lot. So this here is our Thursday afternoon. Now going out in time, couple things here. Let's work our way out into Friday. We're still watching some areas of rain, but it's going to be kind of scattered about. Some downpours possible in Jamaica. Here's Haiti. You see some of that rain, but Jamaica, we could see it picking up again on Friday. And then look in the Gulf of Mexico, watching a little green there. That's the big front. I'm going to expand out in a moment. Show you that big front moving through the U.S., but there's some of the rain still. Costa Rica, Panama. Once again, we're going to see some isolated areas of flooding. Could see a few mudslides too across the higher terrain. Now let's work our way into the weekend. This here is by Saturday. Now Saturday, scattered areas of rain. Here's what's going to happen on Saturday. That big blob kind of diminishes, but more of the action is going to shift over here. Southwestern sections of the Caribbean. That'll be the spot to see if anything develops. As of now, not seeing that, but at the least, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, right on the edge of Belize. We're going to see that rain really building, and we'll have to watch out for the chances of flooding as we work our way into next week, and still watching out for some scattered areas of rain elsewhere. So point being with this, we'll see if this develops into Tony, but regardless, a very active pattern is going to continue right into December. So we're going to have a lot to track together, no doubt. Now, as we flip over and get a look at, this map is a little bit glitchy. I mean, I was trying to show some of those wave heights. Let me jump ahead on that. That one's not working, but watching out for the elevated seas in the Caribbean. All right, let's get to the big picture now with that big front rolling through. This here is today. Here's Newfoundland. We've got generally either a cold rain or some of that snow trying to mix in. Here's that next front moving back toward the U.S., and that is going to be building tomorrow for Thanksgiving. You see here, again, this is today, later today. Let's work our way into tomorrow, and there's that system. This is a big-time front. Yes, some rain and snow parts of New England. Backside of it, the colder air. The cold air with this is a major player, even for us in the Caribbean, because eventually this is going to bring us a shot of some cooler air, at least for us in the northern Caribbean. By the time we get into next week, we're getting some big fronts that are kind of sliding closer. But there's kind of that rain and snow, the cold air back behind it. So this is tomorrow as we work our way into Thanksgiving. And then pulling forward as we get toward the end of the week, you see the rain, snow just kind of curling from anywhere from Nova Scotia back toward Newfoundland. And there's that front, just that trailing front. Here's Bermuda dipping back toward parts of the northern Bahamas, Florida, into the Gulf of Mexico. And a lot of cold air moving behind this. And then eventually, by the weekend, but more so next week, some of this front slides into the Caribbean. So that's what we'll be tracking next. Now, let's get to the rain totals. Northern Bahamas, we get toward New Providence, Freeport. We're looking pretty good. Again, generally the dry conditions. Southern Bahamas back through the Turks and Caicos, that's where we could get some of those totals still of 50 millimeters or 2 inches of rain or more. But watching Jamaica into southern Haiti, that's where we could still get some of those higher totals, right? On top of what we've already had. Some spots could still get 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain, and southern sections of the Dominican Republic, watching us for some of those scattered areas of rain. But back through Puerto Rico, not as much. We could see a few showers trying to sneak in Anguilla, watching St. Martin. The rain chance is not super high, but there'll be a couple showers around St. Croix, St. Thomas. We could get a couple of those. But here's where we get some of the extra moisture. Now, it may be right here over Barbados, maybe a little bit to the south over Trinidad, just kind of a wait and see. But Dominica, back through Trinidad and Tobago, so including St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Barbados, will get some totals the next 3 days of 75 millimeters of rain or 3 inches of some rain. And then back through Guyana and Suriname, that rain chance did go up, as I mentioned. Yesterday in Suriname, we had some storms around, even caused some damage in spots. So generally still staying active. It's one of those patterns. Yeah, we may get nothing, but if we get something, and we get some of the scattered rain, could get a couple thunderstorms with it. Costa Rica, Panama, still some totals continuing to add on 100 millimeters of rain or over 4 inches of additional rainfall, which could lead to some additional flooding. But as we work our way from Guatemala back through Mexico City, right up through Texas and even much of Louisiana, generally the dry conditions and then the colder air moving in. So staying active, parts of Jamaica, best chance of rain, eastern sections where we're going to see some downpours. Let me know in the comments, even if you don't get rain as we build this weather community together, let me know what you're getting or not getting, put your location and your info down as far as the weather is concerned. 20 to 30% chance the next couple days. Cayman Islands for us, most of it has been off to the east, but staying unsettled. Trinidad and Tobago, right through the end of the week. Scattered areas of rain. We'll do that again around Barbados. If we get some rain, we need to watch out for some of the downpours. We do that as well. Back through St. Lucia the next couple of days, a 50% chance of scattered showers and some thunderstorms too. 40 to 50% chance the next 3 days in Grenada, and we're looking at about a 40 to 50% chance staying active. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 40 to 50% chance. Martinique staying on the active side, and again, right up through Dominica, rain chance about 40%. Now, as we get to the north, still about a 40% chance the next couple of days in Guadeloupe, but the rain chance does drop off some. You see a 20-30% chance Antigua, Barbuda, but there'll be a couple passing showers that will still be possible, but the rain chance just not as high. 20 to 30% chance St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat by Friday will be up to about a 40% chance. 20% chance today in Guilla and St. Bart's, up to a 30% chance tomorrow and Friday, 20 to 30% chance as well. St. Martin, Saba, and Statia right through the end of the week, leading into the upcoming week, and that includes Puerto Rico. Looking at some isolated stuff, most of the heaviest rain has been off toward the west, closer toward the Dominican Republic and Haiti. 20 to 30% chance, few passing showers, U.S. and British Virgin Islands, again, St. Croix, over toward our Tortola, could get a couple passing showers. Southern Bahamas, better chance of rain. We're drier to the north, but still kind of active around the Turks and Caicos today. A 50% chance and a 40% chance for tomorrow. 60% chance of scattered rain favoring southern end of the Dominican Republic, southern end of Haiti by Jacmel. Rain chance still elevated. Watching out for some of the dangerous river crossings with some of the rain we already have. Belize, we kind of been in between stuff. Fronts to the north, more moisture back toward the east. We're looking at about a 20% chance of rain the next few days. Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, with that blob in the Caribbean, we could get about a 30 to 40% chance of rain, about a 30% chance today. Curacao over toward Bonaire, could see a couple of those isolated showers. Guyana, northern sections, better chance of rain, could get a couple storms, and you see still pretty active in Suriname. We're up to a 50% chance again by Friday. 30% chance on Cuba, couple showers. Eastern end, western and central sections mainly dry. Costa Rica, Panama, we are still watching for that elevated 70 to 80% chance of rain and the possibility of flooding. Nicaragua, closer to the Caribbean, 60% chance of rain, 50% chance of rain closer to the water the next few days. In Honduras, rain chance only 20, maybe 10%. Guatemala, El Salvador, we're mainly dry. 10% chance of rain at best in Mexico City. We are on the dry side. Quick little passing shower over toward Merida, Campeche today, Cozumel, but that would be all. Northern Colombia, 50% chance, some pockets of flooding, and a 30% chance across northern Venezuela. We swing back toward Bermuda. By the time we get into Friday, we're going to see that next front starting to move in. That'll increase our chance of rain on Friday. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But that blob continues in the Caribbean, so watching out for some of those areas of flooding. And then that rain kind of shifts into the southern and kind of southwestern Caribbean. I'll monitor some tropical development. Again, it is possible, not likely, in those bigger fronts up to the north. Eventually, we get those Christmas breezes, Christmas winds that will be moving into the Caribbean. We're going to highlight that further ahead in some upcoming videos. So thank you for taking the time to subscribe. I hope you're doing well. Have a good rest of your day.